Hey there. I hope that you have been enjoying your week so far and your Thursday. I hope you had a great day today. I am recording this on a Thursday, I believe January 15th. And I felt like doing a Thursday read. And I'm curious to know what messages that our spirit allies have for us today. So we are going to be using the Spirit Allies deck. In case you're curious, this is by Jill Pyle and Sydney Bochert, illustrated by J.K. And by the way, these illustrations are super beautiful and detailed and colorful and vibrant too. Check out my new nails too. Y'all like them? These are like literally my favorite nails I've ever gotten. My thumbs are white too. Wanted to make sure I had a nice balance between white and black, the light and the darkness. Since we all have light and darkness within us. Wow, already we have a plant ally. Kratom. I'm gonna move this up close and personal for y'all to see. It's a really nice plant. Looks very classy. Let me take a sip of water real quick. So, like I was saying earlier, we all have lightness and darkness within us. And it's important to learn how to integrate both into our being in order to find inner peace, true inner peace and happiness and freedom. All right, let's see what else. Spirit, universe, ancestors, whoever's listening, subscribers, supporters. This is for the collective. Whoever needs to hear it today. What else what other spirit allies have something to say? We have a crystal ally, labradorite. So the crystal looks very similar to this. That's how you spell it in case y'all resonate with it or want to purchase one after this reading. If you feel called to purchase a small labradorite necklace, bracelet. Sorry y'all, my throat chakra is like messing with me tonight. I feel like it's been messing with me for a few days now, I'm not gonna lie. We are in the end of, like, we're literally in the last couple weeks of the year of the snake. So it's important to, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot of shedding. Literally, spiritually, emotionally, in a lot of ways. Thank you, Spirit, Universe. All right, let's see. So far, I'm gonna move these over here so y'all can see them a little better. Wow. Oh. Okay. So far we have 6. I do want to pull one more just because my lucky number is 7. Hey, y'all know. Space Dragon 777, Nature Fairy. Also, I resonate very much with frog spirit, owl spirit, wolf spirit, animals, and guides. And actual animal, yeah, like animal guides and spirit. Also ravens, crows, hummingbirds, dragonflies. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh yeah, and foxes. If y'all resonate with any of those, please leave an emoji representing that animal too. I'd love to know what animal guides follow you, or insect guides follow you too, because they all represent something different spiritually, and they have a lot of wisdom and advice to give us just based on the species, how they behave, how they socialize. There's lots to learn from animals and insects. Mother Nature is a huge school. Wow. We have another plant ally. So we have 3 plant allies. We have Kratom, number 31, in case y'all are into numbers like I am. I used to be kind of like very like resistant with numbers because I would say numbers are not my forte. They're not when it came to school, like scholarly things, numbers were never my strength. It was always letters and art for me. But as I'm getting older, I've upgraded with my career and my job and stuff like that. I'm continuing to read more, and I've just been showing more. I've been showing more of an interest and more curiosity towards numerology, esoteric wisdom, just a lot of different things. I'm like not trying to get off topic because it's related to what we're talking about now, but yeah, numbers. I am going to be mentioning the numbers too with the cards that go with the allies. We also, so back to the plant allies, we also have number 34, poppy. We have the California poppy. Doesn't say California, but that is our state flower. I do live in California, Antelope Valley. Okay. And we also have number 27, cacao. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Cacao, cocoa. And so I'm going to place that one right here. That's the 7th card. So we have a total of 7 allies. Let's get started. Let's not waste any time. We have 3. Whoa. They're all in the bottom row too. Wow, that's really cool. We have 3 goddess allies. Wow. Last but not least, and save the best for last, the goddesses. We have number 7. Wow. Okay, there goes the number 7 again. Lakshmi. Lakshmi follows me. Or I would say her energy, I tap in with her energy a lot. I've received this card many times for my own personal readings too. Also, number 2, Benzaiten. Benzaiten. Sorry, I'm like, I hope I'm not butchering her name. And number 9, Nyx. This goddess also, I tune in with this goddess frequently too, in a lot of my readings. All right. Now let's get it. So the first, let's first start with the plant allies, and then we also will go with the crystal ally, number 17, labradorite. Then we'll end it with the goddesses. And we might pull an extra card just to see, well, we will pull another card, but from another deck. I just need to see what deck I am vibing with towards the end. All right, let's see. Number 31. Kratom. I think I want to start reading the scientific name too. Mitragina speciosa. I surrender all burdens. Found in areas of Southeast Asia, the kratom plant can be found towering overhead. Usage of its dark leaves can be traced back to ancient times as a remedy to alleviate pain in the body. Take a moment to ask yourself what you are trying to avoid or ignore that you know in your heart is a problem. With a kratom comes the acknowledgement and awareness of what we tried to set aside, as its energy provides the lift off of suffering. In turn, it brings you clarity to see the root of your challenge. As uncomfortable as it may be, it's always to your benefit to do whatever is necessary to conquer your shadows and the blockages hidden within them. Let your tensions rise up to be nurtured and healed. The journal prompt for this card is, what am I holding onto that only holds me back? That's something something good to ask yourself. Maybe you may also want to plant a kratom plant in your home, in your backyard, front yard, or purchase a pot. Keep it inside of your home to bring that energy into your home. Or just follow kratom's advice and reflections, you know. The journal prompt. Writing about it too, writing it out. What am I holding on to that only holds me back? Okay, that's a great question to ask yourself. The next plant ally that I want to talk about is number 34, the poppy. My dreams are available to me. Papaver somniferum is the scientific name. Reaching up beyond its tall, thin stem, the poppy flowers seem to grow into cups to gather the warmth of the sun. Stretching out in vast fields of red and orange, stumbling upon these flowers will have you wondering if you may have unknowingly turned down a yellow brick road. The brightly colored blooms of the poppy flower are an invitation to make your wildest dreams come true. The sky is the limit to what you wish to experience in this life, so witness it all. Create a dream journal. We were just talking about journal prompts too. And that's the second time we mentioned journal, so that could be a sign for some of y'all. Some of y'all writers out there. I'm also a writer myself, so that could also be a sign for me too. I'm right there with you. Create a dream journal or vision board to help you manifest exactly what you are looking for. I've been wanting to create a vision board soon too, so I think that's a sign this year, especially since we're still in January and I'm recording this on the 15th of January 2026. So that's definitely something that I think I should be doing too. So yeah, anyways, sorry. Continuing. Ask your guides for assistance and trust that the universe will present these things in due time. The wait may feel like ages, but when you reach your end goal, you can look back on all your hard work and be grateful for all you learned during those moments. And my cat Luna just joined our reading. Don't mind her, y'all. She's just blessing our reading, and she's keeping us company. She's making her entrance, her grand entrance. She's still very young, by the way. I believe she's gonna turn 2. I think she's 1.5. So yeah, she's very affectionate. She's very sweet. Huh, Mama? Ain't she sweet? I love you. Do you want to say hi? She has the cutest meow. Maybe one of these days y'all will hear it. Okay, so thank you for gracing us with your presence. All right, where was I? Okay, ask your guides for assistance and trust that the universe will present these things in due time. The wait may feel like ages, but when you reach your end goal, you can look back on all your hard work and be grateful for all you learned during those moments. The journal prompt for the poppy tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whenever you are hearing this, watching this, you're meant to receive this and also reflect on this journal prompt. So what does my dream life look like? That's something to contemplate. All right, our last plant ally is number 27, the cacao. So the cacao, Theobroma cacao. I am free to enjoy life's luxuries. Tracing back to thousands of years, the beans of the cacao plant have been a delicious treat indulged in by ancient civilizations. Embodying richness and activating heart energy, the cacao plant opens up a world of enjoyment and pleasure of the senses. Even though cacao has a royal history, not all of life's pleasures need to be pricey. This plant is a reminder of how even the simplest of moments can offer morsels of lavish and luxury. A night spent at home, bundled up with a steaming cup of hot chocolate and your favorite book, is sometimes even more enjoyable than spending your night in a dimly lit restaurant. Invite these sweet moments into your life, or better yet, find excuses to make them a priority. You live in this lifetime once. Have dessert first. Ooh. I love that. Oh. Shh. It's okay. Excuse my dog. Give me a sec, y'all. Shh. Come here. It's okay. I just checked outside my window. No one's here. Usually when someone comes home or when she sees something outside, she starts barking. She must have heard something. So, sorry, y'all. for the interruption. Excuse her. So the journal prompt for cacao, number 27, is, how can I work more simple pleasures into daily life? How can I work more simple pleasures into daily life? Okay. Depending on how your schedule is, for example, when can you squeeze in or make time, make space, make room for yourself to feel more pleasure, even in the simplest things, right? It could be reading a few pages from your favorite book about something that you've been just dying to learn, right? A new recipe you've been really just like aching to make for yourself. Like, for example, I have been aching to make my own sourdough bread at home, and I want to make it from scratch. So that's another goal that I want to check off my list. And I will be adding a delicious looking sourdough loaf on my vision board soon. But yeah, just giving y'all some examples. Also, treating yourself to a hot stone massage. Oh my gosh. That's something I also want to do too. I don't know if y'all are into that, or treating yourself to a hot springs. I did that for my birthday last December. I'm a Sagittarius, y'all. To all my new listeners, to those of you who do not know me, or already know that about me, I am a Saggy, a sage. But yes, that was amazing. So just giving y'all some examples. Buying yourself a plant, some flowers, putting them in your room, in your living room, in your kitchen, you know, adding some of that beauty, beautiful energy. All right. Now, we have number 17. Next ally is our crystal ally. We have one tonight. Labradorite. I am open to great periods of transformation. With shades of blue, green, and gold, labradorite is a distinctive crystal that holds a strong connection to channeling your highest self. Ooh, not bad. One more time. Let's do that again. Caught in just the right light, the crystal's iridescence shines like no other. Labradorite is a stone of awakening. It is a call to your higher purpose. You can no longer put off your destiny in this lifetime. A stone of the new moon. Wow, this is very relevant because we are getting a new moon, I believe on the 18th. This is going to be our first new moon in this new year. And we also have the ending of 2025, or I guess astrologically, and in the Asian tradition and Asian cultures, the year of the snake officially ends in February, and then begins the year of the fire horse, which is super exciting. One of my goals this year is to ride a horse, or to just simply pet a horse, but I would love to ride one. That would be amazing. So I'm curious to do some more research on that. Hopefully that inspires some of y'all to also do something fun. But anyways, back to labradorite, okay? Because it has an important message. The new moon on the 18th. So research that too, because it's coming up. Definitely charge your crystals, y'all. Set some new intentions, okay? Prepare for the new cycle. Labradorite is a stone of awakening. It is a call to your higher purpose. You can no longer put off your destiny in this lifetime. A stone of the new moon, labradorite symbolizes a period of new beginnings to come. Use this time to set intentions for where you'd like to see yourself. and plan for the journey ahead. Call on your guides if you feel like you have questions unanswered, so you can make a decision with all of the awareness you need. Now is not the time to rush. It is the time to recognize the transformation to come and to prepare yourself to welcome it with open arms. So how can I prepare myself for change? That's something that Labradorite, I'm thinking of my dog right now because she's half German Shepherd, half Labrador. Labradorite. The journal prompt is, how can I prepare myself for change? Okay. How can I prepare myself, in other words, for this new moon? Setting new intentions, new goals, really like setting myself up for the rest of this year, for next month, for whatever new cycle you want to begin. Begin again, begin again. I don't know if y'all have heard of that group Purity Ring, but they're with it. My favorite album, can't think of the name, but yes, there's two in mind specific. I listened to them all throughout my undergraduate years, and wow, they get down. Haven't heard their new stuff really, but anyways, back to the reading. Okay, so number 7, we are now starting and ending our reading, at least with this deck, with the goddesses. Number 7, number 2, number 9. Coming up, Lakshmi. Abundance can be found everywhere in life. Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of beauty, fertility, and fortune. Her 4 arms symbolize Dharma, which means morals, Artha, pursuing wealth, and Kama, emotional fulfillment, as well as Moksha, liberation or enlightenment. The lotus is her signature flower, which symbolizes purity and rebirth. Let me give y'all another visual since I just described all that. Let me get a close-up. Right. Lakshmi encourages you to look at all of the ways that abundance could come to you. Life's riches come in many forms and don't just include monetary wealth. Abundance can look like living a healthy life, feeling loved and appreciated. Excuse me. That's a sign. Feeling loved and appreciated, and obtaining the goals you've set for yourself. No matter where you are in life, Lakshmi calls for you to give thanks for everything that you have. Gratitude helps to create awareness and inspires you to appreciate the present moment. The journal prompt for Lakshmi, number 7, is, when was the last time I expressed true gratitude? Ask yourself, when was the last time? Number 2, Benzaiten. Beautiful. These goddesses are sick. That's how you spell her name. Okay. Let's see what she has to say. I embrace my creativity. Pictured with a biwa, or a traditional Japanese lute. Benzaiten is a Buddhist goddess of music, water, and knowledge. She is also known as a muse to all artists and innovators and infuses inspiration into those who choose to connect with her. You're being invited by this divine goddess to create and embrace your inner artist. Embrace whatever form this may take, whether it's fun and playful or as a larger pursuit. Make space to enjoy the experience of creating art without attachment to the outcome of your creative work. There's a tremendous opportunity for creating positive change through spreading your message and unique gifts in artistic forms. As you gain comfort and confidence in your artistic self-expression, use your creativity as a way to innovate and share something special with others. You never know who you may reach with a unique expression of your gifts. What kind of art would feel good to create is a journal prompt for Benzaiten. What kind of art would feel good to create? And number 9, NYX. I love both the dark and light sides of myself. We were just talking about that earlier when I showed y'all my nails. Remember? She looks sick. I don't know if y'all... I'm a 90s baby. I was born in the early 90s, and I grew up watching many shows, but the one character that she reminds me of is Raven from Teen Titans. Teen Titans, go! She was actually one of my favorite characters. Her, Beast Boy, and Starfire, for sure, were my favorites. All right. Sorry, I had to say that just because doesn't she give Raven vibes? Like, for sure. She looks so badass. And intimidating. They all look very intimidating, actually, in their own way. But for sure, NYX is like she has darker energy for sure. I love both the dark and light sides of myself. NYX's dark and mysterious energy has led her to become a powerful personification of the night. Feared even by Zeus, NYX stands tall in her power as a divine feminine goddess. Born from chaos, she oversees the darkness that comes over us each night. This goddess encourages you to find peace within the dark. Without darkness, there can be no light. And within each of us, there is both light and dark. You are being presented with the opportunity to learn from and heal your shadow patterns. A portal is open for you to forgive yourself and others. There is much to learn from navigating the darkness to unveil the light hidden within the heaviest burdens you've been carrying. Look to the stars when you feel alone and be comforted that NYX is watching over you in her cloak of stars. That's beautiful. What steps can I take to begin healing what's been bothering me? What steps can I take to begin healing what's been bothering me? Love that crescent moon. These are great journal prompts. Thank you, spirit allies, all of you. Thank you, crystal allies, plant allies, goddess allies. Thank you for being with us tonight. And whenever you hear this message, whenever, this is timeless for y'all. Right now, it's tonight for me, but also timeless in a way, you know, in a metaphorical way. I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm being called to flip a page from the Magic Trees book. In my older readings, when I first started doing YouTube, and I started becoming a content creator, I read a lot. I started doing something called Magic Monday. And then it just kind of became a little bit too much for me to handle. I love starting new projects, but I have trouble finishing them, like a creative artist, like a creative person, like a lot of people, I'm sure. We all go through the same thing. We have fun and we really enjoy the beginning of creating something new and working on a new project. But consistency is really, really key to anything. Dedication, consistency, and effort. And life just be life and sometimes. And last year was the hardest year of my life. And, I just went through a lot of stuff. And I just felt like starting over. So I don't have those older videos up on here on my channel because I wanted to start things off fresh. Also, having more experience, I feel more confident now and more comfortable doing this. So let's get it. Let's see. God, spirit allies, guardian angels, whatever you believe in, light beings, galactic beings, all friends and folks, also nature elementals. If you have any messages for us, what magic tree would you like us to see? Kumani. I hope that's how you pronounce this. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Give me a second. Let me put it in the right place. Kumani. It's pretty. The flower almost looks like a cherry blossom. All right, let's see what Kumani has to say. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Actually, I'll just put the cards away after this video's done. Okay, so the Kumani tree, the scientific name is pronounced Calophyllum inophyllum, is a tree of many, many names. So many, in fact, that it was difficult for me to choose which one to use to title this section. Kumani, his Hawaiian name, so this is a masculine tree, is an island dweller and appears most often at seashores and near coral reefs. His other names include Bitaog in the Philippines, Ati in Tahiti, Fetau in Samoa, Damanu in Fiji, Niam Plung in Indonesia, and Penaga Laut in Malaysia. I hope I pronounced those correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. Try my best. In the United States and Europe, he's also known as Alexandrian laurel, Indian laurel, beauty leaf, and beach calophyllum. And that's not even all of them. Perhaps because he does have so many names and is not easily recognizable by one single moniker, his handsome beach dweller with his sweet, citrusy smelling leaves is not quite as famous as he deserves to be. This is especially true when you consider his sacred status in so many cultures, as well as his staggering array of potent medicinal and cosmetic benefits. Please note that the commercially available nut oil is usually sold as tamanu oil after the name of the fruit. The magical uses of this tree. Acclimatization, or I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly too. Acclimatization. Only 120 plants on the planet produce what are called drift seeds. Seeds that float along saltwater waves while remaining viable giving them the ability to take root and thrive on islands relatively distant from their origin. Kamani is one. This quality, along with his ability to remain healthy once grown in harsh winds, sandy soil, and even salt water, mirrors his spiritual and magical wisdom related to acclimating to new and even seemingly challenging environments. Ooh, I like this. Adaptable. Interestingly, there is a legend about a rebellious son named Sunan Niamplongan, who was banished from the island of Java by his father. He set adrift on a boat, bringing with him 2 walking sticks. When he found himself on an unpopulated island, now Karimunjawa, Karimunjawa. He placed the walking sticks in the ground, and they immediately transformed into Kamani trees. These trees, which share his name in this region, Niamplung trees, are now present on this archipelago in great abundance. They are honored as sacred protective trees and guardians of the island, just as Niamplagan has become a protective spirit who watches over the island in the form of a giant bat. Clearly, Niamplungan shares a spiritual and mythological essence with his namesake tree, which is also cast off from his parent and set adrift upon the seas, transforming almost instantly from a stranger in a strange land to a flourishing local icon and magical protector. Magically, Kamani can be helpful for times when you need support with acclimating to a new home, job, relationship, or phase of life. For example, in Fiji, parents have rubbed the nut oil on their children's legs to support them as they learn how to walk. Additionally, Kamani specializes in supporting those who feel cast off or isolated from their family and place of origin, as well as those who find it necessary to acclimate to a seemingly harsh environment. For this purpose, you might spend time with a Kamani inhale his fragrant blossoms, incorporate parts of the plant into rituals or charms created for the purpose, or anoint your palms, heart, and belly with a bit of the nut oil, tamanu oil. All right, so let me see. I think the next. Wow, this has a lot. The Kamani tree has a lot to say. I don't want to take up too much of your time, y'all. We are already at 43 minutes. And thank you all for staying this long if you've made it this far. I really appreciate y'all. I hope you have gained a lot from this collective Thursday reading. All right, so I think I'm going to read the Healing and Regeneration, because this is also a channel not just of like tarot and like spirituality and different types of like guidance and wisdom, but like holistic healing knowledge too. I always love learning all types of healing topics or themes or like holistic practices. I'm a huge geek for that kind of stuff. Okay, healing and regeneration. Here is where tamanu oil really shines. It's truly a panacea when it comes to skin issues. It's been used to help heal burns, cuts, scrapes, sores, wounds, insect bites, allergic reactions, scabies, rashes, acne. Whoa, that's already 10 things. Old scars, and even extreme conditions like chemical burns. post-surgical wounds, leprosy, and cancer. That's 15. Whoa. The amazing thing about it is that it doesn't just heal, it disinfects, combats inflammation, and helps actually regenerate the tissues. Notably, this magical quality is mirrored in the way that the tree itself helps heal and regenerate compromised coastal areas by knitting loose sand together with its roots to discourage erosion and help ecosystems rebuild. Wow. That's amazing. Apologies, someone did come home, my brother, so yeah. Anywho, like I was saying, in fact, Kamani trees were employed in just this way after the tsunami on the coast of Samoa in 2009. On Fiji, the Kamani is called dolno, which means no pain. It translates to no pain. While island countries have known about this vertical miracle cure for centuries, its growing popularity in other locations has been relatively recent. Unlike many essential oils, tamanu oil is more like a mild carrier oil, like sweet almond or jojoba, although it does have a light, comforting, myrrh-like scent. Or I think you'd pronounce it like that. Myrrh-like scent. It can be rubbed directly onto the skin. Do be careful when purchasing it to make sure that it's pure, organic, and cold pressed. In addition to physical healing, you might magically employ tamanu oil if you have an emotional wound, such as intense grief or heartbreak, that could use a little miraculous healing. For this purpose, say an invocation or prayer and ritually anoint your heart, belly, and brow. If the tree grows in your area, you might plant one or more of them in your yard to heal and regenerate after serious loss or intense emotional pain of any kind. The magical correspondences of this, the element is spirit, gender is masculine, and the planet is Pluto. All right, so get yourself a Kamani tree, Kamani, but also the other name that I said a lot was Niamplongan. Wow. That's so cool. All right. Let's end it with one more card. A Divine Doors card. What is our last message? What is our last message? Oh, thank you. So the Divine Door looks like this. I'll show you the Divine Door first. Let's walk through it. Let's walk through it together, y'all. Thank you for coming this far with me. All right, let's see what our last message has for us today. A stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. I'm going to read that one more time. A stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. I'll leave it there. See y'all soon for the next Tarot Tuesday. I'm gonna add this also, y'all. I know I said bye, but just kidding. I thought that this would be very relevant to the new moon that we're going to have, because it is going to take place on the 18th very soon. That's next week. We are on the 15th. That's in 3 days. So right when I was in the middle of putting this little deck away, I saw this. And you could take a screenshot of this. Draw down the moon. The forest nymphs dance in sheer delight, singing soft songs. Find us in the wild. Good night. So, because I'm recording this at night, I just wanted to say good night. If anyone is watching this or listening in the evening, you're probably resonating with these messages hardcore right now. Maybe you resonated with a lot of the messages tonight, a lot more than people that will be listening during the day, and that's okay. A lot of these messages are not meant for everyone. A lot of them will be, and a lot of them won't be, and that's okay. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Don't try to force it. Don't try to make it personal. But yeah, thank you all for your support, for listening, and I will see you for our next video. I will try to do my best to post for this coming Tarot Tuesday. I'm not sure of the date. Let me check real quick. So next Tarot Tuesday will be on the 20th. So I might post the day of on the 20th or the 19th, the night before the 20th. So y'all can view the Tarot Tuesday reading, collective reading, earlier than expected. I did do that this past week, and that was actually really cool. I enjoyed that. So I might do that again. I might start posting Tarot Tuesdays a little earlier than I started doing before. But anyways, y'all, have a great rest of your day and night, and I will connect with y'all energetically and spiritually soon. Bye.